time to chill for a bit. So let's hope we're not going to drive right past the hunt now.
Come on, mate. It's got scary eyes. Oh, that's him, that's him, that's him. Never! Decamp! Stop! Stop! We need air support! Air support!
9 ordinary people from all over Britain have become fugitives.
We want to have a Thelma and Louise moment where we just literally go and do something crazy.
This would be the most exhilarating thing I think I'll ever have done.
They've surrendered their identity and are trying to disappear in one of the most watched countries in the world.
Now pursuing on foot, pursuing on foot. I was a police officer for nearly 15 years. I was a specialist firearms officer.
Tracking them down is an elite team of hunters armed with the powers of the state.
You cannot do anything electronically.
If the fugitives can evade capture for 25 days,
Come on, boys! Come on!
they will win a share of £100,000.
£100,000.
Let's deny them the opportunity to get their grubby hands on all that cash. Let's get a clean sweep.
Where will they hide?
What if they've blocked the road? He does marathons. I, on the other hand, struggle to walk from here to Aldi's.
Who will they trust?
They don't know we're in here right now, and that's what makes me feel so good.
Decamp, decamp, decamp.
9 fugitives.
Stop there!
25 days.
Stay where you are!
£100,000. What would you do?
Please, please, please.
I'm telling you now, we are not going to be outwitted by Freemasons.
I have a clean burner phone, fully charged. All right, buddy. Maybe it might be time for you to show people what you can do without me.
All right, let's do it. Let's split.
Go and show them what you can do.
I think I'm a couple of steps ahead of them.
Got a rally hosted by Sheffield Green Party today.
We have an individual that might be of interest out there. Helen Milner. She's heavily linked in with Majid.
Understood.
Keep an eye out for a red VW Golf.
That's the car.
I've just spotted your chaser around the corner.
Vehicle is on the move.
So we deployed a tracking device on that vehicle. Alpha 623 northbound.
So, hang on, there.
That's him.
You turn in at the bridge. It might be coming back towards you.
See, there's another one.
Why has everyone got Volvos around here?
We just got an NPR hit, mate. About turn, that's it. Come on!
Right, I'm going to keep you guys on the phone here because the comms is gone rat shit.
We are sat 10 metres behind Mark and Carl.
Move!
2 hunter ground teams are closing in on fugitive Majid Mar as he tries to evade capture in the Peak District.
No red Golf so far.
We've got some good backup coming. If he gets out that vehicle and bomb bursts, then we've got a lot of units.
Let us know when you have visual.
There's a red car over there. Is that it?
Yeah, we got it.
We have a red...
Contact.
They got it. Stand by. Stand by.
Right, we have a van for cover. It's ahead of the van.
Oh, there's a silver Volvo. And that's him.
Is that him?
That's him.
OK, keep the open line. What's happening, guys?
At the junction, it's a right. Confirmed sighting of a full black male in the rear.
OK, received. You got the right one.
I'm making efforts to stop the vehicle now by illuminating my lights to the vehicle. Stand by.
He's flashing me. How did he get us?
Stand by. They're slowing the vehicle down. Stand by for a decamp, Stephen Rich. Get your trainers on.
Yeah, we've got our running trainers tied on well, buddy.
Good effort. Let's do it.
I'm sure Bale is going to bail.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to bail, of course.
Left. Again, no effort to stop whatsoever.
Still not stopping, Roger.
Just keep going, Milton.
I'm going to have to...
Just keep going straight, Milton.
OK.
We've seen how fast Majid is. We saw that at the breakout in Manchester when he sprinted away like a long dog. I fully expect him to be having it on his dancers again today.
I've come into a dead end.
OK, stop.
Wait one, prepare for decamp.
Wait one, stand by.
Decamp.
Go, Rich, go. Whoa! He's now running through a field.
Fucking stop there!
He's got an ex-Royal Marine up his arse.
Go, Rich, go.
Okay. That's it! Stop!
Come on, Rich.
I think they've got him.
Majid, you've been hunted down. One fugitive detained.
Yes. Get in there.
Yeah, it's for you, buddy.
Well done, Ben.
Majid, you were a good adversary, my friend, but you weren't good enough.
It's teamwork. It's absolute teamwork. Look what it took to get us to that position today. Because we were persistent, because we never gave up, we reaped our rewards. And truly hunted him down.
I think everybody comes in here with the intention of winning, but sadly, it was not meant to be. We live in a very odd times, I suppose, with a lot of fear around. And to be honest, just being a black Muslim, bearded man, I didn't know how people were going to react at times, to be honest, but literally everyone kind of just wanted me to do well, so it's an amazing experience.
"19 days ago, 9 fugitives went on the run. With Majid captured, only 4 remain at large.
OK, ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Alex. Right, so Bob and Alex are relying on a network of Freemasons to support them.
All evidence that we've seen is that he's relying on the Mason network that's very close to where he lives in and around the Kent area.
There's a possibility that a lot of this Mason stuff is just chaff.
Yep.
And they're really just using their family.
Lynn, the mum and wife, is probably yearning for them to be back in the area. So I think we really need to keep a close watch on her.
And we're all across her monitoring, aren't we?
Yeah. Yep, I think the closer to home we look for them, the more likely we are to find them.
It's how you bath in the wild. This is how you learn to do it.
24 hours ago, father and son, Bob and Alex Ayling, split up, hoping it will increase their chances.
It's strange him not being here. Now it's up to me to look after myself. Let's just see how well I do without him. I just have to think to myself, whatever problems he encounters, he'll have to figure it. So long as he doesn't go back into himself, then he's on his own. But I think he'll cope.
I do not have a clue where I am.
18 miles south, Alex is trying to make his way to Hastings for a rendezvous with his mum, Lynn.
Oh, come on, there's got to be somewhere around here that I can get out. This is just pathetic. For me, the number one priority is to prove that I can make it throughout this next week on my own. I need to go back the other way. Son of a bitch.
At the age of 2, Alex was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, a condition that affects his social abilities.
During my day-to-day life, I do struggle in order to communicate with strangers and people that I'm generally not familiar with. I tend to feel intimidated, nervous in order to start a conversation. And I think one of the things that I'm hopefully looking for in this experience is to push myself out of my comfort zone, and hopefully that would be something that I can get better at. Excuse me, sir. I'm really sorry to trouble you. I'm trying to find somewhere where I can camp up for the night. I don't actually know this area very well at all, so I don't know if are there any like parks or.
I don't think there are.
No.
Not that I know.
Okay. Okay then.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm sorry, I can't help you on that one.
I think I should have been honest with him now that I kind of think about it. Why do I always have these fucking moments of regret? Fuck. You know, the words were right there and they were coming through, but it was like there was a roadblock, and it's just like.
I think the type of challenges that Alex has had to deal with have made him a very insular person. He has to move out of his internally focused world, and the people that his mum, that he's relied on, she is the one person who's fully aware of just how vulnerable he is.
At the moment, we've focused very much on Bob in our inquiries.
Yep.
What if we ramp up the pressure and make it clear to Lynn that we're hunting Alex?
There's a real codependent relationship there, and I think we can play on that.
We've got a phone, we've got a car and live monitoring, we're looking at emails, we're looking at every aspect of her life. We've also got Agent P deployed to Kent. He's going to deploy a covert camera on Lynn's property. That's going to tell us the comings and goings. Is anyone else involved helping Lynn help Bob and Alex? You know, with any luck and this big push and squeeze on Lynn, we could find Bob and Alex.
Lynn Ayling is brought in for interrogation. The hunters want to learn more about her son, Alex.
So, how are they doing?
Well, I don't know, you tell me. You ain't caught them yet, have you?
There's still a long way to go. How do you think Alex will be coping with life on the run?
I think it'll be difficult for him.
Right.
Really difficult.
What is Alex going to be like when he gets captured, though? And
He's not going to get captured.
OK, working on the theory that we capture him, how's he going to be?
Devastated.
Is he?
Yes. But Alex went into it convinced he could win. And that is the reason he has gone through this process.
Right.
Not for the money, purely and simply to prove his doubters wrong.
Right. Does he have many of those?
He's had them all his life. He's 26, he's never had a friend. He hasn't got a friend in the world.
As a kid, I always knew that I was different to other people. As far as my school days go, they weren't exactly happy times. There was some kids who recognised me as different, and they victimised me for that. I'd be out on my own, I'd be riding my bike, and all of a sudden I'd come into them, I'd go the other way, and they'd catch up with me, they'd throw me off my bike. There's a park nearby where they just grab me and they throw me down a hill, and they throw my bike down after, as well.
I hope that this is the making of him. I hope he comes back to me a completely different person. That would give me more pleasure than anything.
So the stakes are high.
Very.
OK, so where are we at with these fugitives now?
With only 4 people remaining at large, the team turn their attention to the 2 most elusive fugitives.
Joe and Dan.
So far, I think they have been the most difficult ones to get on top of.
Absolutely have.
They're the Northwest's #1 swing singing duo. Are they singing for their supper?
Well, they're going to be missing it if they're not, that's for sure.
Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow.
For the last 2 weeks, Dan and Joe have remained off the hunter's radar.
Oh, we love Blexley.
Oh, he's a lovely bloke.
Oh, he's a lovely, including his illegitimate son, Benji. We love him as well.
Missing familiar ground and the support of their network, the boys are planning to return to Preston.
I think wherever you go, there's a risk, isn't there? So why not do it on your own patch where if you do come into contact with the hunters, at least you know some routes. Like if they came here now, we don't have a clue where we are, we don't know where we're going. You know, they're not going to want to come to the north, are they? Not Peter Blexley. I bet he's never even been above Watford. Not in my day. I'll stay down here, down south.
There's barely anybody that we've identified as a close associate that is anywhere else in the country apart from Preston. Do you think they're just going to go it alone and go away from their network, or are they close to home?
I think they will head back to Preston, to the people that are their life, that they're small-town boys on a lark. Their courage will come to an end, and they'll want to go home.
This is where Alex and I went on our first date. This bridge that's coming up here, this is called the Old Tram Bridge. That's where we had our first proper kiss, really, you know.
First anything else, Dan, or?
I knew she was going to be my wife, so I proposed underneath that bridge where we first had our kiss. And I know it's not the most romantic of settings, but for us, it's, you know, it's our place. It's, you know, it's where it all began. So. It's best be worth it, this, man.
Getting a bit emotional, Nathan.
I know, yeah. Come on, man, let's get going.
Dan is, you know, very strong family man. I just don't think they can sustain being away from their home.
Yeah, he's going to feel the pressure of that. He's going to be missing his kids. He's going to know his kids miss him. There's going to be a lot of guilt there.
The amount of time that I've had away from my kids has really started kind of hitting me. I didn't think it'd be as hard as this. It's killing me knowing that they're not so far away, really. And that having contact with them could screw up any chance that I have to win. And I want to do it for them.
Suspecting Joe and Dan will return to their hometown, ground hunters Carl and Mark have been dispatched to interrogate Dan's wife, Alex.
What we want to do is look around your house. Computers, laptops, iPads, that sort of stuff.
Down that road is Dan's house. We're literally 100 metres away from his house now. Over that bridge over there.
It's fucking so hard. It's so hard.
Just hack in the iPad so that I can mirror this. Interesting.
Hello! Today's Thursday the 8th of June, and I should be back tomorrow. Yay!
So what we have here is, conveniently, 25 bedtime stories all on an iPad. It's amazing. All right, kids, Daddy's coming home soon.
He's made 25 bedtime story recordings for the kids.
OK, that's interesting.
Their routine is to listen to them every night, so he's resigned to the fact that he's going to be on the run for 25 days.
Bit of confidence there.
Using this intelligence, the chief has a plan to provoke Dan and Joe.
OK, everybody, I'm writing a bedtime story for Dan, and I'm going to do it in the style of Jack and Ori, and that's going to get posted out via social media tonight. I'm hoping that by tugging on his heartstrings, mentioning his wife and his children, that will prompt him into some kind of reaction which we will be made aware of. Because let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, they could be anywhere.
Cheers, mate. Cheers,
Cheers.
Cheers,
Guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for having us anyway.
Nice to see you.
Whilst we are here, though, is there any chance we can borrow your phone?
Of course.
Joe and Dan are staying with an old friend, Gary Fiddler.
So we're just trying to keep an eye on what they're doing.
Wanted.
Peter Blexley's reading a bedtime story to you, Dan, because that's what you've done for your kids.
What a
piece of shit.
Once upon a time, there was a fugitive named Dan. He went on the run, leaving his beloved family behind. They missed him so much, and he missed them terribly.
Yes, it is.
Rather stupidly, Dan thought he could outwit the hunters. He was wrong, very wrong. The kind hunters found out where Dan was, and they captured him, which meant he could return home to his lovely wife and children. Ah, I love a happy ending. Night-night. Sleep tight.
Piece of shit.
It's just absolute, there's no compassion there at all, is there?
Yeah, but he's trying to do everything he can to catch us, that's
Yeah,
why.
no, yeah, but...
He's trying to wind you up. If you let him do it, he succeeds, doesn't he?
It's kind of like, what an absolute kick in the nuts, really, isn't it? For me, it is, anyway.
Seeing the video did make me a little bit angry. You know, obviously, it's a bit of a mind game, isn't it? You know, he's playing on the fact that I've left some videos for my kids. Yeah, it did affect me, I'm not going to lie there, of course it did. I think it's time that Mr. Blexley gets a taste of his own medicine, really, isn't it?
"5 minutes until I hope I'm going to come in contact with my mother."
Before splitting with Bob, Alex used the Freemason network to get a message to his mum, asking her to meet him in Hastings.
It's the longest that I can remember that I've been away from my mother. But I'm really looking forward to seeing her again. It's going to be very, very exciting. I think it's also going to be very nerve-wracking.
Can confirm there's been activity outside Lynn Ayling's house.
Doesn't look like that's Lynn Ayling.
That vehicle.
Yeah, so I'm looking through whether we have it, and we don't.
We don't.
What is the detail so I can pass it to the team?
Renault Clio, blue, 3-door hatchback.
That's definitely an unknown vehicle.
Fucking get in. Hello.
Do me a favour, babe.
Yeah.
Next time, go on fucking pointless.
I will do.
Oh my God.
promise you. Oh.
This could be a friend, a relative, a neighbour, or this could be Lynn in disguise, trying to hide her identity from us. She got in a car, so we need to know whose car that is and why it was parked outside Lynn's house.
We've obviously put in the relevant checks on that, registered keeper details and the like, and we are awaiting all that information back.
You alright?
Yeah. I'm just so fucking happy to see you. I really am.
What can I tell you, what, babe? This has been absolute. Oh God.
I tell you something now. This is probably the happiest moment of the whole experience. Seeing my mum, knowing that she's as well as she can be.
Don't you ever do this to me again, ever.
I promise.
Lynn gives Alex vital supplies for his remaining time on the run.
Fruit, those
Sausage rolls?
sausage rolls. They'll be
Do you
fine.
want the pasta?
Yeah, I'll take the pasta.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love you lots.
I love you too. No, my mother, she means everything to me.
Love you.
She's always been there whenever I've felt at my worst. She's always been somebody who I felt like I could go to. I've probably relied on her more than anybody else in my life. kind of tingling all over a little bit. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy to have seen her. Whew. Ah. Oh, I'm fucking pumping now. I am pumping. Oh, I feel like I can do anything now. I feel like I can do anything. Yes! Come on!
Covert cameras outside Lynn Ayling's house have drawn HQ's attention to a suspicious vehicle. The vehicle is registered to Tracy Goff, who's unknown to the hunters, but has strong connections with the Freemasons.
Interestingly, it appears that Tracy Goff is employed by Graham Skelton. Graham Skelton, as we know, is a Freemason, close associate of Bob. We believe he's assisting him while he's on the run. So now we need to get in front of Tracy, find out what her involvement is. Is she assisting Bob and Alex? We need to find out.
Hello, Tracy. Hello, buddy. It's to talk about the boys.
Ground hunters Zoe and Lucy are sent to speak with Tracy and her husband Trevor about their involvement in assisting Bob and Alex.
What car's yours, Tracy?
Mine's a Renault Clio.
Have you done anything for them yet? Right, driven them around in the car?
No.
Obviously, we know we're privy to a little bit of information, so we know that maybe there might have been some to and fro with Lynn the other day.
No, they borrowed my car.
Okay. So, do you know who else is involved? Like, who else is helping them?
I don't know where they are. I don't know who they're in contact with, and yeah, I just got the call about my car.
Did you know that on
He
that
asked
Monday they
me, I
wanted
think,
it?
at work if, you know, I had a car I could borrow.
Tell them about the other thing. Who was involved? You got to divulge everything.
I don't know what you mean.
Something else, but possibly you should.
I don't know what else.
You can tell us. It's
You can
all right,
tell
we won't
us.
tell anyone.
All right, the little SIM card that you got.
Oh, no, Boo.
What?
No.
All right.
Oh, no. Oh, Boo, what have you done?
All right, sorry. I'm going to make the
Boo, what have you done? Tell us a little, I mean, we know now, so tell us about that.
He just wanted a SIM card for a phone.
Suspecting the number for the SIM card is stored on Tracy's phone, the ground hunters send the data on her device to HQ for analysis.
Nothing on there that we'll find.
Not that I know of, no.
The Clio that she's got was in play. Monday morning at 8 a.m, Graham Skelton had turned up at the front door with Lynn and asked to use her car. Tracy gave it to them and it came back Wednesday morning at 8 a.m.
Her husband blurted out the fact that Graham had asked her for a SIM card, but she looked a little bit flustered then.
Interesting.
Great find, really, really good work, guys.
Okay, no worries, thanks, Julie.
So, we know that Tracy Goff has purchased a SIM card for Graham Skelton. We also know that Bob and Alex in the past have used burner phones. So is this Graham trying to get another phone for them? We also now have the call records of Tracy Goff. So if we can get the details of that SIM card, it may lead us right to Bob and Alex.
I won't be fucking doing this again in a hurry. I just hurt like fuck everywhere. Now being on my own, it's all of a sudden become much, much harder. I've walked around nearly all day. I'm lost, I'm disorientated. After days of living on cereal bars, no shower, no bath, your diet's all over the place. You're lucky if you're getting 2 or 3 hours sleep a night. Your brain stops functioning normally, and you just start making the simplest mistakes. Oh, I don't believe it. Now I'm on CCTV over there as well. You bastards.
Spooked by the CCTV camera, Bob flags down a delivery driver who offers him a lift out of the area.
You're on top, man. What's your name?
John, mate. John. Sit on those bags and boxes.
Is that all right, buddy? What on this?
About a bit.
Yeah, that doesn't matter, mate. So long as I don't damage anything in here and you're happy with it. Well, I just want to get the hell out of here. We put up a CCTV at Pluckley. I think they're on their arses now, to be honest with you. And I don't know how to recover the situation. Yeah, okay, mate. Okay, John. At the moment, we're in dire straits. I think my time on the run is coming to a close, maybe. Cheers, John. We're being followed. We're pretty sure of that, mate.
If you want to bunk up to the other end of the country, we can hide you in the back of the van and take you up to Newcastle on Sunday morning if you want.
Can you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm going up to Newcastle on Sunday. I'll give you a number and try and give us a call as well.
Cheers, buddy. This is his phone number. There's a lift to Newcastle on Sunday if I need it. What a place to bloody go that would be.
We've just got something in.
In HQ, Aisha has been looking for any unusual numbers in Tracy Goff's phone.
So the ground hunters, Lucy and Zoe, sent a list of phone numbers to us.
Okay.
One of them has come back as a pay-as-you-go unregistered number to a Tesco mobile. I feel like this could be a potential burner phone to the aliens.
We know that Bob and Alex were initially using a burner. They abandoned it pretty much on day one, but we've always had the suspicion that they would be able to reacquire burner phones. The thought process, I assume, is that by using a burner phone, it's being unregistered, there's less information that could be obtained from that, but actually that's not generally the case, particularly if it's connecting to known numbers. You know, so in this case, we've got hold of Tracy's phone, and we start to see where that phone is connected through to other known associates.
I'm just going to use my burner phone. It's a big risk, but the gentleman that gave us a lift last night, John, he's offered us a lift to Newcastle on Sunday. We can't wait. We've got to get out of Kent. We've lit too many trails in the last 24 hours. Hello? John, it's Bob, who you helped yesterday, John. Hello, buddy. John, I'm going to ask a real massive favour of you. Have you or any of your contacts got any way that you can just get me out of Kent? Any county, East Sussex, anywhere? I know this is a massive, massive ask, John.
Not today, I'm afraid, mate.
None of your mates?
No, I'm sorry, mate.
All right, John. OK, well, look, listen, you still going up to Newcastle on Sunday, are you?
Yeah, Sunday.
OK, buddy. All right, then. Cheers for thanking anyway, John. Thanks for trying, bud.
No worries, mate.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Cheers, mate.
I had to try it. It was one of those calls that if I didn't make, I would have regretted it. All right, I haven't got anything out of it, but now at least I know where I am. Let's make this safe.
With the battery and SIM card removed, the handset cannot be traced. But the call has given HQ a lead.
Colin?
Yep.
That burner number has called another number, which is unknown to us. It's not in the system. Matt, can you put a subscriber check in for that number? Thank you.
This is the first time that this has actually been used, and it's gone through to a number that I can't think that they will possibly have. They won't have it. This was a random lorry driver that picked us up yesterday.
Right, so we'd subscriber check that number that the burner phone called to.
Okay.
That number comes back to a John Bennett, lives in Tenderton.
So we've now got an address, this John Bennett. Once we've got a better grip of how closely he's associated to these fugitives, it could be pretty exciting. Potential that we're closing the gap on Bob and Alex.
A call from a burner phone has given HQ a strong lead. They believe the phone belongs to fugitives Bob and Alex Ayling.
Some interesting stuff off the potential burner handset.
Yeah.
It made a call up to another handset.
Oh, okay.
That handset has come back as someone called John Bennett.
Who? John
A guy called John Bennett,
Okay.
which is a new name.
Yeah.
So we're just doing a couple of checks on that.
Excellent.
Ground hunters Michelle and Paul have been deployed to Kent. tasked with tracking down John Bennett.
Hello.
Hi, is that John?
Speaking.
Hi, John. Sorry to bother you.
With no sign of him at home, they decide to confront him over the phone.
I can tell you, I just got a phone call from a number regarding possibilities.
How did they introduce themselves when you got the call?
It was somebody I met a day before.
What did this person look like?
Middle-aged.
Middle-aged?
A hobo, homeless.
Just run me through exactly what he wanted you to do.
He asked me for a lift, so I gave him a lift.
Joe, I just want to clarify. Was this person on their own?
Yeah.
Right.
OK, come on, give me an update. I'm chomping at the bit here.
OK, so this guy was approached by what he describes as a middle-aged man looking like a hobo, asking for a lift to get out of the area as quick as possible because he believed we were on top of him. He was adamant that this guy was on his own. So if this is correct intel, it looks like Bob and Alex may have split.
This could be really, really significant. If John Bennett is not part of the Freemasons network and was just a random driver that picked him up, Bob doesn't know anything about us being all over Bennett. That burner could become active. We could be all over him.
Yeah.
Let's hope John Bennett is telling the truth.
Now we've just learned, slightly surprisingly, that it looks like they've actually split up. It's kind of ironic that Bob did this to help Alex, but now, without him, I think he'll be lost. What we have is a father, not in the best physical state, who is putting his pride on the line as an act of love for his son, a son whose sensitivities and vulnerabilities baffle him.
Wherever Alex is, I hope he's safe and I hope he's keeping his spirits up. That's the thing that he's got to do. I've always been in denial about Alex's aspersions, but I think I've learnt more about Alex in the last 2 weeks than I have in the last 10 years. And it's been a privilege to get to know my lad. We will never forget this, even if we don't get over the winning line. We finally got to a place that we've probably never been together. So for me, I think I've already crossed the winning line. But we should still try and win it, shouldn't we?
My sense is that this is Alex's chance to overcome the obstacles that have held him back. But he's needed this. He's needed this kind of experience, this kind of chance to show that he can operate independently, and being thrown into an environment that he doesn't know on his own. If he can do that, it will be invaluable to him and his growth into the future.
I definitely feel like these last few weeks have done me some good. You know, being on my own, I've had to kind of push myself and do things that in the past I perhaps would have relied on my father. Excuse me, I'm really sorry to bother you. I'm trying to find somewhere where I can lay my head down for the night and camp anywhere. I will ask, and you're more than happy to say no in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to be honest now. I'm going to be upfront. Well, if I could possibly say, God, it would only be for one night.
It would be no problem at all. We have a large field area there.
Oh, fantastic! May I?
Yeah, sure. Come in.
Oh, that's very kind. What was your name, sorry?
Karen.
Karen, nice to meet you. I'm Alex.
Hello, Alex.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Shady spot.
Oh, fantastic. Honestly, Karen, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. Who is Alex Ayling, and what have I done with him? That was not him who just did that. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I'm liking this new me now. I'm loving this new me. This is brilliant.
Before going on the run, I conditioned myself to think that ultimately I'm best off alone.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
But these experiences that have really made me think a lot differently.
maybe this doesn't have to be the case. Maybe there is an opportunity for me to find people out there who accept me for who I am. It's definitely opened my eyes to a whole new array of possibilities in where my life can go.
Following the chief's plan, the hunters have posted a video on social media to provoke Dan.
Rather stupidly, Dan thought he could outwit the hunters.
Hoping the boys will react and break cover, HQ have stationed ground teams in their hometown.
We posted it to our Facebook account, and it's getting a significant amount of traction there, along with Twitter and on YouTube as well. So there's going to be a significant embarrassment factor, I think, for Dan, and there's no question at all that he knows that we're into his stuff.
In Lancashire, the boys are at a friend's pub, just 8 miles from Dan's home in Preston.
Come here, come here, come here.
They have a plan to get their own back on the hunters and need help.
Basically, Mark, we're on the run.
Am I going to be driving the getaway van?
We're going to take control of this game that we're in at the moment, and we're going to do it the only way that we know how, and that's to sing.
So, Mark, we've got a plan. Basically, what we're thinking is we do a gig.
It's just a live streaming thing that we're thinking of doing.
So we want to draw the hunters here.
Right.
And then not be here when they get here.
When they arrive. Yeah, no worries.
We're just sick of running away and hiding all the time. It's quite mind-numbing. If you've got no focus, then all you're left doing is sitting, wallowing, like feeling sad, feeling scared, feeling paranoid. Like, we want to take control again. We want to take them to a place where we know they're going to be, so we won't be there. It's given us some drive, it's given us some focus. It's like, it feels exciting, it feels, you know, and it's kind of bringing, it feels like it's bringing the best out of us. And like I say, if we can pull this off, then there's no reason why we can't get to the end at all.
1, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Ready in, Chief?
I'm definitely puffing myself. I've had a lot of nervous wheeze, so that one. Oh, God. Mr. Blacksley sent me a little message. Let's see how he feels. Let's give him a show that he won't forget.
Okay, ladies and gents, we have a treat for you this evening. Please welcome to the room.
This way.
It's the Brothers of Swing. Let's hear it for the Brothers of Swing.
This one is for a very special gentleman in our lives, isn't it?
A very special.
You know, and he's having a bit of a tough time at the moment.
He is a really, really tough time.
Let's hit it, Groby.
Here we go, everybody. I want to hear you singing.
Oh, I could hide beneath the wings of a bluebird as she sings.
Look at this.
Oh man. Guys, Joe and Dan are currently live streaming a gig on Facebook.
Really?
What?
Oh, my good God.
Cheeky bastards.
Can we find out where that is immediately?
Well, they've checked in at the Plough at Eves.
It's just north of Preston.
North of Preston.
Is this live, Rich, or is this recorded?
We've got a phone number. Should we ring them and see if that's in the background? Should we ring to say...
Yeah, just do a normal inquiry.
Hi there, I just wanted to know what time you're open till. Is it possible to make a booking?
What kind of time for?
So, preferably in the next 40 minutes.
Right, come on in.
OK, so now after Dan and Joe, they are currently live streaming and singing in the Plough pub.
Dipshits.
Okay, so this isn't a deception. This is cast iron, 100%.
They're still there at the moment. We're watching the live stream.
Roger that, we'll make headway now. Woo! Let's fucking do it!
They took the bait, and now we're back in the game. This is terrific. Not the singing. The singing's decidedly average.
Also, can you just sell dump in that area?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to do.
They must have a plan. They've publicly posted this. This is deliberate. So they want us to look stupid. They want to do this. we see it, and then they just get out of there. So we're throwing everything at it.
A frigging 2-year-old would have the sense not to do that.
You're just too good to be true, too good to be true. I wanna hold you so much, hold you so close.
How flattering. I wonder if they'll be singing that when we catch them.
Everybody sing! Oh, he's a blank slate. You've got a beautiful face, so he's a blank slate. Now let's have a shake.
We are 1.4 miles away, mate, 4 minutes out.
Let's not let these fuckers slip the net.
They could not resist coming up for air, coming up to show off, serenade some daft picture. Well done, boys. We're back in the hunt.
Coming up on a pub on the right now, Here we are at the plough.
Okay, we're 200 out.
Let's get him in the bag.
You're just too good to be true. Let's give it up for Peter Blanksley, everybody!
Let's do him.
The game has now changed dramatically.
The fugitives have been given details about their extraction.
There's definitely someone there.
Alex, can you do something as incredible as this?
I'd never get over this if I blew this now.
We're in the right area!
Now pursuing on foot.
Interrogations plunging 10 metres backwards whilst blindfolded into reservoir, that kind of thing. If you missed any of SAS Who Dares Wins, catch up now on all 4. Next tonight on Channel 4, Derry girls on a road trip. Less eat, pray, love, and more just escaping the Orange Parade.